looking like a proper YouTube channel. I've done an unboxing and now I've been tagged by the Reverend JB Brutal. Check his channel out, I'll put a link in the box below. Interesting chap, one of a kind I would say, and that's probably for the best. But cheers Reverend. I mean, look at this, alka frolics on a school night, outrageous. Never mind. So, I've been tagged to have a look at my everyday blades, or the go-to blades that I like to have around, and so that's what I'm going to do. We'll take a pew at the desk and I'll show you the sorts of things that I keep by me. Now, one thing to bear in mind, when Doberman 74 was tagged with this tag, he touched briefly on the UK knife laws and then showed a big fistful of huge knives that would get you arrested anywhere, which was really good, you know, enjoy that. But I live and work in the city, work in a large open plan office, and for me, I don't think it's worth the risk of stepping outside the UK knife laws. The problem with the laws is it's not as simple as sub 3 inch slip joint. If, for example, you were a tradesman, a plumber, carpenter, electrician, going from job to job through the day, and a gentleman of the constabulary happened to notice a big Leatherman or a Swiss tool on your tool belt, he would be quite entitled to not do anything at all, even though the locking blades make it fail the description of a pocket knife. The context is everything. And similarly, if you were in a pub or a nightclub, a bunch of hooligans kicked off, and then as part of sorting out the aftermath, it came to light that you were carrying a small pocket knife, a slip joint less than 3 inches. The same gentleman of the constabulary may take the view that within the context of a public drinking establishment, that wasn't appropriate, and you get your collar felt. So, with it being a bit of a complex picture, I'm just trying to stick by the rules as best I can. So as I say, we'll pop over to the desk and we'll have a look in more detail. Right then, technical problems resolved. Shame the first attempt at this section of the video was all out of focus, so you'd have seen me cut myself on camera. Oh, you'd have laughed. Anyway, so having set out the position with the UK knife laws, there's going to be a big difference between the knives I like to have available in the house and what I'll actually carry with me out in public. And as you'll probably be aware, the one that I always turn to for most jobs, Victorinox Spartan, already gone on record saying that I think this is the best all-round pocket knife stroke multi-tool. Yes, I know it doesn't have pliers, but then it doesn't weigh 1.5 pounds either. So that's always to hand in the house, unless somebody asks to borrow it, and then they will get the budget version, which is almost as good, but it's not quite. But it is a straight copy for a fraction of the price. If I'm out and about for a day's walking, I would usually throw the Spartan into the rucksack. But if I know I'm going to be out foraging or collecting, such as sloes for gin, rowan berries for winemaking, then I'd probably throw this in the rucksack, the Open number 10. As you can see, I've done a review of this. It's a thumping big knife, so there's no chance of me really carrying that in public. It would be a non-starter. So, I've mentioned I live and work in city. I work in a large open plan office, but when I'm outside work, what can I carry in public, or what do I carry in public? Well, I tend not to take the Swiss Army knife with me, but I do carry this. As you can see, Zippo leather pouch, and in there, P4 squirt, lead lenser K2. Now, I did want to carry the Phoenix E05, but it's just slightly too long. But the lead lenser, 25 lumens, and it's very, very useful. It may not look so bright in the daylight, but when you're actually in somewhere dark, that's a lot of light. Twist grip. Ironically, the lead lenser doesn't have a lens over the lead, so it isn't maybe as robust as the Phoenix, but it does fit in there with P4 squirt. A couple of days after buying the pouch, Kylie from CKC Knives posted a video showing how he used his one to carry 2 very small Swiss Army knives, and I've robbed an idea from him, which is to close off the belt clip with a zip tie, goes through the metal piece underneath, gives you a rigid belt loop. So I think that's quite useful. And as I say, when I'm not in work and I remember, I do like to have that on my belt. So what would I carry in work? Well, working in an office, don't really need a multi-tool at all, but there are envelopes to open, and when the photocopier paper comes in boxes with that horrible strap that goes round that you can't snap. So what I like to have is this, which is the Victorinox Secretary, appropriately enough. Large blade is almost as big as the Spartan blade, not quite. And the small blade is quite a bit smaller than the small blade on the Spartan. This is the bit where I cut myself yesterday, so right. Big difference though is chunky Swiss Army knife, very slim Swiss Army knife. So while I'm carrying this in my front right pocket with my phone, as well as this being a bit over the top for the office, it would probably damage the phone, whereas this is very slim and just sits in the pocket, nobody really notices. So those are the things I do carry inside work and outside work. If I remember, when I'm in work, I will take the squirt and throw it into a zip pocket on my bag. Not because I need it in work, but there is a situation where the squirt has come in very handy twice so far, and it's on the way home from work when this situation has arisen. And I know some people are planning for the zombie apocalypse and the end of the world, but the real life crisis where this has helped me out, it's getting your quid out of the shopping trolley handle. Annoys the hell out of me, because I bite my fingernail, so if it gets stuck I can't get it out, but these, no problem. As I say, that's got me quid back twice now. So all I need is for that to happen another 38 times, and it's paid for itself. Right, now that's my tag video, tagged by the Reverend JB Brutal, and I'm going to tag 2 people in turn. A couple of good guys, the Bradman and Nighthawk 6376. I'll put the links in the description box two very different channels. The Bradman is a bit younger than me. He's got a little lad, and he does videos of camping with him and with his homemade camping stove and having a fry up and stuff. Nighthawk 6376, I'd say a little older than me, probably a retired gentleman. He's down in County Cork, and he puts up some nice videos in the woods with his hammock and his tarpaulin, gets himself a lovely camp together. So yeah, I'd be interested for these two chaps to just spend a minute or two and let us know what knife they like to have on them all the time, and what knife or knives they like to have at hand for reliable, trusty tools when jobs crop up. So that's my video. Thanks for watching, hope you found that interesting, and we'll see you next time.